also.
So if the president of the United States is sitting on national television telling the American people that it was his belief that an investigation into Russian hacking, into anybody on his, I mean, it was just about cooperation, that anybody on his campaign and or transition team and or administration lent to Russia. That is what the FBI was investigating. That is what Comey testified to. So if the president goes on TV and he says, my view of this investigation is that it was an excuse because Democrats lost and the whole thing is a hoax, and so I fired the investigator, that is obstruction of justice.
I agree. And the fact also you have to consider, which would be admissible as well, when Comey was initially fired, his administration put out an official statement that it had to do with the Hillary email.
That's right.
Then he backtracked. So now you have an inconsistency in his story, which destroys his credibility. And you have enough to prosecute. What I don't understand is, what is Mueller waiting for? He has enough to make a case.
Well, Mueller is waiting for, this week he is talking to Admiral Rogers, and he is talking to Dan Coats. And the reason why is because Dan Coats and Admiral Rogers both reported the same type of behavior to their superior, to their leadership teams. And there is another memo that was created based on the complaints received by Admiral Rogers and Dan Coats that the president was trying to obstruct, the case that Comey was making through them. That the president, right?
Okay.
And so he wants to conduct those two interviews. And then remember, the president said that, and we all know this will never happen because he's a liar, but the president said that he would 100% be sworn by Mueller, and he would talk to him about what he said to Comey in the room.
So do you think if we're going to see any impeachment movement, it'll be after 2018 once we get control of the House?
You know, if the Republicans were smart, they would do it before 2018, because the way it looks now, they are going to get they're going to lose about 34 seats, and that is with a gerrymandered map.
Okay. Now, do you think we have the numbers in the Senate to actually get them removed? That's the real question.
Well, it depends on how those elections fan out, too. You know, I mean, it's we're 52 to 48. We only need, 3.
Okay, so there's a good possibility if it doesn't happen this year, more likely.
I would say, you listen. This obviously you can't indict a sitting president. You can't. So all this stuff that we like to tell ourselves about how president is not above the law. Yeah, he kind of is while he's president. You could remove him. You could indict him, impeach him, and then hopefully have a trial in the Senate after the election when we have the majority back, and then we could get rid of him.
Okay, well, thanks, Randy.
You're welcome.
I love your show. Great show.
Are you a lawyer?
Yes, I am.
I could tell.
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Bye. Thank you. I appreciate it. Terry in Dallas, Texas.
How you doing, Randy?
Good.
Yeah, I'm calling because a caller called this week, and it just got my blood boiling, and they haven't calmed down. Considering everything that happened, I like to blame the real people who are responsible for this bull is those that sit on their vote, decided not to participate. The simple fact of the matter is we got this nonsense that we got going on when you decided not to cast the ballot.
Oh, I remember that guy, yeah. I yelled at him.
Oh, yeah. And this is another thing I like to point out to everybody that I noticed. And this going to make a lot of people mad.
All right.
You have been vindicated in my eyes because I thought you was crazy when you was talking about Comey. And the only reason I changed because after I saw his testimony, one thing came to my mind about Comey. He's a bad motherfucker. In the sense of Pulp Fiction. And the reason why I'm going there, when you're a bad motherfucker, you do your job.
So in your mind, is he Jules or is he the wolf?
No, he's Jules.
He's Jules.
Because what happened in the restaurant with Jules, what Jules do? Pull out his wallet, got his gun out. He could have popped both of them, but what he did was he showed mercy and let him go.
As a good burger, man.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm making. You see, and all these people here tripping, all these Democrats, y'all need to recognize that's Hillary's fault. What happened in the election? What Comey does don't matter. All Hillary had to do is get out there and put a point to the people. She didn't do that. Bill got upset in Harlem when people told him about the 3-strike thing. He got into a fight with the audience. Most of them walked out on him.
Yeah.
If you can't stand on your principle, you need to shut the fuck up. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Sometimes a caller can do it in 30 seconds or less. Sometimes you can just distill it all down to just basic common sense.